Ada was only 7 years old when her mother died. Her world collapsed in a single day. The house that once echoed with laughter became quiet and cold. Her father tried his best to stay strong for her, but he was often away working to provide for them. 2 years later, her father remarried. At first, Ada was hopeful. She thought maybe she would have someone who would care for her again the way her mother did. But the woman her father brought home was nothing like the loving mother Ada imagined. Her stepmother, Madame Rose, was kind when Ada's father was around. But the moment he left for work, everything changed. Ada became the housemaid. Every morning she woke up before sunrise to sweep the compound, wash dishes, fetch water, and cook breakfast. While her stepbrothers and stepsisters prepared for school, Ada washed their clothes and packed their bags. Lazy girl. Her stepmother would shout even when Ada had been working for hours. If she made the smallest mistake, she was punished. Sometimes she was denied food. Sometimes she was locked outside in the rain. Ada's father didn't know the truth. Her stepmother always pretended everything was fine. At school, Ada struggled to stay awake in class because she was always exhausted. Yet something inside her refused to give up. Her late mother had once told her, "No matter how hard life becomes, education will always be your way out." Ada held onto those words like they were treasure. She studied whenever she could. Sometimes she read under the dim light of a kerosene lamp after everyone had slept. Sometimes she hid her books under her pillow so her stepmother wouldn't take them away. Despite everything, Ada became one of the best students in her class. But her stepmother hated it. Why waste money on her school fees? She would complain to Ada's father. "She's just a girl." Eventually, her stepmother convinced her father to stop paying for Ada's education. That day, Ada cried more than she ever had before. But fate had another plan. Ada's teacher noticed she had stopped coming to school and decided to visit her home. When he discovered the truth, he was shocked. He knew Ada was one of the brightest students he had ever taught. He spoke to the school administration and helped her get a scholarship. Ada returned to school stronger and more determined than ever. Years passed. Ada worked harder than anyone else. She finished secondary school with excellent grades and earned another scholarship to the university. Life slowly began to change. She studied business and technology, worked part-time jobs, and built skills that opened doors for her. After graduation, Ada started working with a growing tech company. Her dedication and intelligence quickly set her apart. Within a few years, she started her own company. Her story of resilience inspired many people. Soon, Ada became known as a successful entrepreneur and mentor for young girls who faced difficult childhoods. One day, while attending a community event where she was invited as a speaker, someone approached her slowly. Ada turned around. Standing before her was Madame Rose. Her once proud stepmother looked older, tired, and worn out by life. The woman who once shouted at her now looked small and ashamed. Tears filled Madame Rose's eyes as she fell to her knees. "Ada, please forgive me," she cried. "I treated you badly. I never believed you would become someone great. Life has humbled me. Please forgive me." The crowd around them became silent. Ada looked at the woman who had once made her childhood miserable. For a moment, memories of the pain, the hunger, the tears, and the lonely nights came rushing back. But Ada had grown beyond the bitterness of her past. She gently helped her stepmother stand up. "I forgave you a long time ago," Ada said softly. "What you meant for harm pushed me to become stronger." Her stepmother began to cry even more. Ada smiled and added, "Sometimes the people who hurt us become the reason we fight harder for a better future." From that day forward, Ada dedicated part of her success to helping children who were neglected and abused. Because she knew what it felt like to be the forgotten child. And she wanted to make sure no child ever felt that alone again.